So last year I sold my Digitone 2, and honestly, that might have been my worst gear decisions ever. I don't know what I was thinking. I'll definitely buy one again as soon as I find a good use deal. Because pairing it up with the Digitakt is just one of the best combos you can have. But while I'm waiting, I actually found a backup setup that works surprisingly well. And the crazy part is, it's just an iPad and a single USB cable. Let's check it out. So the Digitakt 2 is a very competent machine on its own. You can definitely do full songs on it without connecting it to any other machines. And I use it like that all the time also. But sometimes I want to connect it to another machine that has like synth sounds, preferably a multi-timbral synth or groovebox. So right now, when I don't have the Digitone here, I've searched for like alternative setups. And the setup we are looking at right now is the one that works the best. It's, of course, the iPad Pro running Loopy Pro with a bunch of AUV3 synths and effects. And I would actually say that this setup is more flexible. I mean, the selections of sounds and different synth engines in the iPad ecosystem is just enormous. So let's have a look at this jam. So what's happening? Let's look at the pattern mutes here. So we can mute the drums. This is a sample, we can mute that. So all the things you hear now is just from the iPad itself. So as you can see here, so these are all from this FabFilter Twin 3. Sounds amazing, I think. I also have some black hole reverb on these. And the Digitakt's job in this jam is to handle the drums. So I have a bunch of different loops that I have sliced up and just program some basic beats. So I can like jump between these very efficiently here. So if we play this, I just mute that and go over to the more the part with more like cymbals and stuff, and I can go to the one which is more basic, and if I want more energy, go to this one, and if I want even more energy, so the only thing you need for this to work is to convert your track on the Digitakt to a MIDI. It's just function and source and go down to MIDI. And then in Loopy Pro, we can actually do this here. So let's go to track 16. We don't have anything here. We can see that we trigger MIDI, but we can't hear anything. Let's just add a track here. I will add an audio unit instrument, and we can pick something nice here. Let's go with the Terra Pro. It's also a good AUV3. And when we have picked that, we can set a MIDI source for that plugin. And of course, we want MIDI from the Digitakt. So let's just press there. The only thing we need to do now is to press on this like setting here for the MIDI direction and select the channel that we have selected here. So it's 16. And we should be all good. So you can see, it's triggering the MIDI here. And now we can find a good preset. So actually, I only have one USB cable from here going into the Digitakt. And the Digitakt's audio is actually coming in here and is mixed in the iPad with all the sounds here. And it's also, everything is also compressed here with this FabFilter Pro C2. So I have some glue compression here. Of course, the compression in the Digitakt is awesome, but that's not usable here because if we enable this compressor here, it will only compress the sounds in the Digitakt itself and not the iPad sounds. So the iPad is the main handler of the end audio, even though it's sent back to the Digitakt. But the problem is with the compression is that the Digitakt does not compress incoming USB audio, which we have enabled. So let's check the audio routing here. So we have USB in to main, and we have USB out to main, but we have internal to main off, because otherwise we will have doubled sound. So yes, running this with one USB cable here into the Digitakt is of course draining the battery on the iPad because this does not deliver power to the iPad. So if you want to be able to do this and also charge the iPad, you will need something like this. It's like a USB hub I got from Amazon. It works really well. And of course, one other thing you need to do here is, this is obvious for many people, but not everyone knows this. So to be able to start and stop, because now when I start here, this is also started, the playback here. In this case, it's not necessary because we don't have anything running here. We don't have any like loops or something like that, but maybe you want to record some loops here as well. And then you will need to like enable both in the Digitakt, MIDI routing, MIDI config, sync. You will need clock send, transport send, the usual suspects. And in here you will need to go to synchronization. And if you go in here for the first time, you will see the Digitakt 2 here, but it's not checked. And you will need to press that and sync start and stop enabled. I think this is really nice actually, that you can have your samples. I have this sample going here, so also something I've sliced up. And I think 8 tracks for that kind of stuff, drums, a loop, is enough. And then you have 8 tracks more for your synths. I mean, you don't need much more than that. And as I've said, in the iPad ecosystem, if we just look at like this, there's like tons of presets in all these AV3s, which are not that expensive compared to VSTs in the computer. And over the years, I've collected a lot of these. Yeah, and this one also has tons of presets. I mean, if I select all here and just scroll through here, and also all these effects that you have access to, so shaping the sound will not be an issue. But I'm fully aware that not everyone wants to use an iPad for music production. I mean, touch is maybe not the best for music production. I totally get that. I also prefer the physical buttons, tweaking the knobs. Everything like that is obviously the preferred way. But for me, a temporary solution for not having the Digitone, I think this is just awesome. And you definitely don't need a powerful iPad for this. This is, I think it's from 2020 or 2021. It's the iPad Pro 4th generation, so it's before all the M1, M2, but it's still very capable. And I'm so glad that all the new Electron boxes works like this with the iPad. Not sure about the tone work, but with these boxes, it works flawlessly with the audio and sync over USB. I mean, listen to that sound. That's like only the Terra Pro, it's no effects here. Of course this synth has effects built in, but I think it sounds just lovely. yeah. This is my little backup setup. It's not replacing the Digitone. Well, currently it is, but I'm almost sure I will get the Digitone 2 again sometime. This is a lesson learned for me to not sell something too quickly. Yeah, so I just wanted to show you this little setup. I think it's really good. It's really simple. It's not complicated at all. That's all I had. Thanks for hanging out, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!